Hello, my fellow Italian wine enthusiasts. I'm Tony Margiotta, owner of Gladiator Wine Distribution, and today we're going to talk about one of the wines in our portfolio. This is a Perricone wine made by Castellucimiano in Sicily. Perricone is an ancient Sicilian grape. It's arguably the oldest grape in existence on the island. It goes back over 2,000 years. More recently, it was used as a bulk wine for Marsala and some northern Italian wines, and it helped those wines achieve color and alcohol. Very few people attempted to make a mono-varietal version of this until recently. Actually, if you can go back to the 1980s, this grape was almost extinct, so it's very interesting how things have changed. We are now in this Sicilian wine renaissance, and in Sicily they are finally making world-class wines with their own indigenous grapes, and Perricone is one of them. If you go to a wine store in New York, you can probably find Perricone, not at every block, but you can certainly find it, and I can promise you if you find one that's $12 or less, it's most likely blended with Nero d'Avola. So you don't really get to experience the essence of what Perricone tastes like. If you're curious, I highly suggest that you try this one, because this is the best quality for price that you will find anywhere in New York. They hand-pick Perricone. Perricone is not only indigenous to Sicily, but in the town of Valle d'Olmo, up in the Madonie Mountains, Perricone has a very long tradition of cultivation of this grape. So it doesn't get any more authentic. If you're looking for an authentic Sicilian wine, I highly recommend that you try this one. They don't release this until about 2 years after it's been harvested. 10 months in French oak, along with 6 months in the bottle before they release it. I have to tell you, in order to describe what this thing tastes like, I have great difficulty, because it doesn't really fit into your typical categories of cherry, chocolate, or oakiness. It doesn't fit into that. It's really in a category of its own, and it pairs very well with wild game. It pairs well with beef. It pairs well with any of your Italian red sauces that you might want to come up with. This would also go very well if you have, let's say, a steak with broccoli rabe, and that broccoli rabe bitterness will contrast greatly with the exotic fruit that you get in this wine. Now, what's interesting about this wine is that they actually dry the grapes before they ferment them. You get this sense of dried fruit in your mouth and on your palate. It's very interesting. If you're looking for a quality wine, if you're looking for an authentic wine, if you're looking for something special to share with other wine enthusiasts, if you're an Italian wine drinker and you always drink Chianti, I highly recommend to switch over to this, give it a try. This is about a $25 bottle of wine. So if you can afford that, I highly recommend you try it. Perricone. Alright, I'm going to show you what this Perricone looks like. Using my trusty Corbin. This is one of my absolute favorite wines in the world, and not only do I sell it, but I actually drink it and I share it with my family, and my family loves this wine as well. Take a look at that color. Again, the camera just doesn't do it justice. I can't say that it's dark fruit, and I can't say that it's red fruit. I constantly go back to say that it's a mix of the two, because I just can't pinpoint it. It's just like this mixture of exotic fruit. And then there's the smoke from the barrel, and it's just perfectly balanced. I can't stand these fucking California wines that are over oaked, whether there's too much smoke or too much chocolate. This is a work of art here. This is world-class wine, completely balanced. Again, this is an ancient wine, finally made at the highest caliber. I'm going to take a sip since I'm here. It's a beautiful wine. Look at the legs on this. Look at the legs on this. And it's only 13% alcohol. Incredible. You really have to sit with this for a long time. It's going to reveal new flavors for you as you go along with it. It's persistent. I can still taste in my mouth. It's been a minute. You know, smoked paprika. That's what I'm getting. Because it's not a charred smoke that I'm getting from this. It's more of a sweet smoke. So again, this is Perricone, made by Castellucciano. I highly recommend, if you want to go deeper into Italian wine, or you're very, very interested in Sicilian wine, this is a unique, rare wine. They only make 13,000 bottles a year, and it's retailing for about $25. If your local wine shop doesn't have it here in the city, go to them and tell them that you want this. My contact information is below. They can set up an appointment with me and we can get it into their shop. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Gladiator Wine TV, and you can go read my blog if you want to learn more about Italian wine and food. I'll leave that description in the bottom as well. Thanks for watching. Ciao.